よし。
全ライダーの力を受け継ぎ時空を超え過去と未来を知らしめる時の王者その名も仮面ライダー Zi-O フォーゼアーマー
Hello Tokusatsu community, welcome back to Toku Topics. It's Wednesday and that means it's time for an episode of Kamen Reviews Zi-O. Welcome to Kamen Reviews Zi-O, the series where I cover every episode, review every episode of Kamen Rider from the Heisei period, every season, every episode. Usually it's in a long series video where I cover the whole series in a couple hours, but since Zi-O is the current series, I wanted to go ahead and cover Zi-O episode by episode. That way we have content going constantly on the channel, and we can continue to speculate and everything as Zi-O goes on, and we can watch it together. Continuing on, we have Kamen Rider Zi-O, Episode 5, Switch On 2011. This episode aired on September 30th, 2018. It's the 5th episode of Zi-O, the 916th episode of the Heisei period, and the 1390th episode of Kamen Rider overall. In this episode, when high school girls go missing at the hands of another rider Fourze, Sogo and Gates go undercover at Amanagawa High School to find out the identity of this new another rider and find that the school has a Kamen Rider club. The monster of the week was Kaijin Rider Another Fourze. My favorite quote was, "But you must be the awesome people he mentioned," due to giving Sogo the Fourze ride watch. My favorite moments were the Gentaro and Heisei references. And the background for this episode is the Zi-O Fourze armor, and the legend riders in this episode were technically Fourze. He appeared in archival footage and pictures of him, but not an actual appearance by the actor of Gentaro. This was easily the best episode of Zi-O so far. I'm not even a huge fan of Fourze, but even if you aren't, this episode felt like a great tribute to that series, and it was also one that actually fit in with timelines and everything. For an episode that was unable to bring back the main rider's actor, this time being Gentaro, it still felt like he was really important to the episode. A picture is seen of him, and where he was said to be mentioned, and to be honest, this episode didn't really feel like it needed him. The 3 Fourze characters it did bring back were enough. Heisei, who is Kamen Rider Meteor, was also mentioned but didn't show up as well, but it was nice that he was brought up and not forgotten, as well as the other members of the original lineup of the Kamen Rider Club. The main character that returned was the teacher, Chuta Utsugi, and he was great. Bringing his wackiness to Zi-O, it was just really nice to see him. He had the suspenders and he messed around with those and everything, and they even brought back 2 of the student characters from Movie War Ultimatum, which made sense since that movie took place in 2017, even though that it came out in 2012. So it would make sense that these students would still be in high school in 2018. 4 locations came back as well. The Kamen Rider Club, all of that. There was I don't exactly know what the place is called, but there's a long field with just this one dirt road that leads to the high school. That was seen in everything Fourze related, and it was in here as well. Really nice to see that. I loved that a lot. And one of my favorite parts in the whole episode has to be when they go back to 2011 and to show the origin of another Fourze, and the scene is inserted into the events of Fourze's 3rd episode seamlessly. And that's exactly what I wanted this series to do, to go back to previous episodes and events for its time travel. They recreated the scene perfectly, adding some more parts to it, and he's fighting the same Zodiarts. They used the same audio from Fourze episode 3. It was a new clip, I'm pretty sure, because they added some things to it, but it's really cool when you can take the time travel elements and be able to place them exactly where they took place in another series or another movie or whatever, and that is exactly what I wanted Zi-O to do, making references and making sure to stay accurate to the timeline as best as it could. So overall, it was just a fantastic job this episode. I'm looking forward to the Fai's part of this arc next week. Both Takumi and Kusaka were nice to see in this episode, but they didn't really add a lot to the episode besides being teases for next week and Kusaka being really creepy around teenage girls. And Takumi was nice to see. I like seeing him at the very end. And if you haven't checked out the .5 episode for this, I haven't covered those here in Kamen Reviews, but the .5s are pretty entertaining, and this one is probably one of my absolute favorites. So overall, this is a great episode for any Heisei fan. They even did the Kamen Rider Club handshake. So overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. Best episode of Zi-O so far, and it makes me extremely excited to see the Fai's arc and the rest of the Heisei arc wrap up on the next episode. And that's all I have to say about Kamen Rider Zi-O episode 5. So this is it for this week's edition of Kamen Reviews Zi-O. If you enjoyed this video or the Kamen Reviews series in general, be sure to leave a like and a comment, share the video around. Tell me what you think of Zi-O. What did you think of this episode? Are you a Heisei fan? Maybe a Fai's fan? What do you think the series is doing so far? And did you like this episode? Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more content related to Kamen Reviews and other Toku related content. And if you like to follow me over on Twitter, you can at LivingRangerKey. And of course, until next time, hope you guys stay tuned for next week. And until next time, Tokusatsu forever.